So apparently there's a video going around saying Alex the trucking guy got fired from his job. Let's see for ourselves. For me, when I search up Alex the trucking guy, the first video that comes up is like some exposed video of him. I'm pretty sure Alex doesn't like that. I mean, who would like that when you search up your name, right?
The video all of you have been waiting for. Me exposing Alex the trucking guy and everything he has done wrong in pretty much trucking.
So first off, it seems like this is a hit piece. It seems like I'm going after Alex. And not to mention, we don't really need an intro like that in these YouTube videos. People with channel intros, they got that idea from like cable TV shows, Netflix series. They have an intro sometimes, but this is YouTube. We don't really need an intro. I mean, it's just an intro and then it goes back to you talking. We don't really need an intro like that. It's a waste of time. Get to the topic. Tell us what you're going to talk about. We don't really care about your intro like that.
As you all already know, Alex the trucking guy is very, and I mean very popular on YouTube as a truck driver. As a matter of fact, he has over 1 million subscribers watching his video. Without further ado, Alex the trucking guy is being exposed with this first thing. He has been fired by GP Transco. Yes, there's a rumor going out. Here's a picture. A comment on one of his last videos. A buddy of mine who works at GP Transco also watches Alex the trucking guy on YouTube, and he was scrolling through the comments, and somebody, one of his co-workers actually works at GP Transco, says that he is currently driving Alex's truck and that Alex has been fired and is actually a very bad driver and was only at GP Transco for transportation and hiring and recruiting purposes. He is not a real truck driver. As a matter of fact, Alex the trucking guy is no longer driving on his Camry.
So right off the bat, my BS meter is going. I wouldn't base anything off of a YouTube comment. We don't even see the person's face. It's a username. We don't know who left the comment. It could be some crazy homeless person with mental health issues. Last night I did a live stream and I got this same comment. I think someone who's claiming that they work at GP Transco, they said that their dispatcher told them that Alex got fired because he got crappy drivers onto the company. I find that really hard to believe that a trucking company is going to fire a guy because he recruited some people that ended up not being so good. If a company's going to fire you, it's most likely going to be for safety. I think like the whole like getting road footage, it's probably something where it's a fight between management. There's probably some managers that are okay with it for marketing purposes. And there's probably other managers that are like, no, dude, this is an insurance liability. This is a safety issue here. We don't need someone messing around with a GoPro on their head or anything when they're driving. They need to have their attention on driving it. If the attention of the driver is distracted by making content, that's a liability for the company. If Alex got fired, it's probably something with safety. I really don't think that he got fired for like recruiting people or being a bad driver. Maybe that's what they mean by him being a bad driver, is he probably got into an accident, and because he got into an accident, he was probably wearing his GoPro or whatever, and you know, that's distracted driving right there. But that's even if this is the case. This right here could be a big nothing burger. I mean, he's still uploading content onto his YouTube channel.
Another thing I want to expose Alex the trucking guy. You're not a real trucker. You don't drive manual. I'm sorry. You probably have an automatic restriction up there, and you drive a boring automatic. You can't drive manual. Sorry, you're not a real trucker. You won't be hired by my company if I ever have a company.
Yeah, this guy totally loses credibility right here. It seems like he's going after Alex. I'm sensing a lot of jealousy right here. Look, doing YouTube is hard. It's hard to get the views that Alex the trucking guy gets in a small space like trucking. So when we see someone else doing it, doing what we want to do and being very successful and making a lot of YouTube money, because we're all after money, growing your channel and all that on social media, on YouTube, it comes down to you wanting to get some money out of this. So when we see Alex the trucking guy or Alex Nino getting all this money, we're like, oh, dude. I think that's what this is really all about.
Because you need to know how to drive manual. I cannot have somebody with a restricted license on my fleet. And another thing supposedly Alex the trucking guy is good at, leaving pee jugs on the side of the door while filming his YouTube videos. Yes, I have proof of that.
I'll give this guy some brownie points right there. You know, Alex, clean your pee jugs. You don't need a whole jug of piss. Like, dude, are you like downing gallons of water when you're driving? Dude, that's nasty. We all piss in a bottle. You could piss in a bottle. You could piss in a Gatorade bottle. A whole jug, and you keep it in your truck? Dude, when you go and throw that away, you know, someone at Love's or Pilot Flying J or wherever you stop at the rest area, they're going to come into contact with your huge piss jug. Dude, that is pretty bad, Alex. You don't need to do that.
And the last last thing I'd like to expose about Alex, the trucking guy, and how much he basically overrated trucking. He's like, oh, this is like van life. I'm going to record. Yeah, I get the concept. You're recording day in the life of a trucker like it's van life, making it cool and interesting for people to watch when you're driving all the way down the road. But here's the problem with this. He was on Fox News. And when Fox News asked him, he's like, yeah, this is better than college. I'm going to make my money right now. And then in a couple of years, I'm going to retire and be rich. Sorry, Alex, you're dead wrong in this trucking game. Even company drivers are struggling right now to stay afloat with this inflation that's going on. Unless you're single and live with your mom and dad in the basement, you're not getting rich off of trucking. I'm sorry.
That right there is not true. I wonder if this guy is the owner-operator. The owner-operators right now, they're the ones that are complaining the most about trucking because they're the ones that are going out of business. Us company drivers, I mean, we're the ones that are winning. We're the ones that could get on with pretty much any company we want to go with and make pretty good money. We're like probably making more money than a lot of owner-operators right now. Someone at Walmart Private Fleet, they're doing pretty well for themselves. Someone else who works with a chemical tanker truck company, I'm sure they're doing really well financially right now. Car haulers are doing pretty good, but these are all company drivers, dude. Owner-operators, this guy's probably an owner-operator. But then let's compare it to other jobs. Let's compare it to a warehouse job. Let's compare it to a construction laborer who's just a laborer on a construction site. Like a non-union laborer isn't making a lot of money compared to a truck driver. A truck driver who's delivering, you know, like the parts or like whatever freight to that job site, they're doing better than the laborer and the guy who's working in repack at the warehouse, dude. Truck drivers, they're doing all right now. They are. It really all depends on your situation and like, you know, how big are your expenses and how hard are you working at your job. I've criticized the industry. Things can be better. Truck drivers deserve to make more money for their risk and for the amount of hours that they're putting into their job. But compared to other jobs, dude, we do pretty well.
Especially with GP Transco, the highest amount that anyone has ever currently got paid at GP Transco without getting recruiting bonuses is $1,500. That's according to my friend who actually works at GP Transco. Okay,
this guy doesn't have a lot of credibility. I mean, $1,500 according to your friend, unless if you're there and you're working and you're showing me some pay stubs and you're showing proof, I'm not going to take what anyone says. I mean, your friend who's working at GP Transco might not be running that hard, might be in like a small dedicated lane where there's not a lot of freight on his account. Alex, the trucking guy, from what I see, he seems to be going all over the United States, dude. He's probably running pretty hard. And if he's not, he's making money on YouTube. It seems like this guy is just jealous, like he's going after Alex.
And $1,500 ain't squat when it comes to trucking. You really got to make good money if you're doing $2,000 a week or more in trucking if you want to retire and have plenty of money with trucking. Yes, you can retire with trucking, but you've got to get a good paycheck. Whatever Alex, the trucking guy, makes at JP Transco is not enough to put him in retirement for the rest of his life. I don't know what junk he was talking about on Fox News, but he's telling everybody who's trying to get into trucking a big fat lie. It ain't no bells and whistles when you come in here and roses and whatever, flowers when you come in into trucking. It's some hard work. There'll be weeks where you're not going to make any money at all and you're going to be putting in the hours. There's going to be days where there's going to be good times. As a company driver, I can tell you that you're not going to always get a big fat paycheck and you're not going to retire.
This shot kind of looks like he's holding a camera and he's driving in the snow and he seems to be going a little fast for the snow right there. And it's at nighttime when the black ice is heavier right now. Dude,
it's just too much. Unless you live by yourself with your parents in the basement and literally have no bills, don't have fun in life, don't spend money on any events, don't spend money on buying a car.
I guess that's me. Like I don't got a family. I don't really got bills like that. I got a car and insurance. But besides that, yeah, I'm living with mama right now.
Is this your place? No. I live with my mom. Oh. Yeah. You hungry? Hey, Ma! Can we get some meatloaf?
This guy seems like he's really stressed out. It seems like he's in a bad financial situation and he feels like he's speaking for everyone who is like in trucking or whatever. But everyone's situation is different. He's struggling, but someone else might be doing pretty good.
Don't spend money on any of your hobbies and just strictly work, and go back home and sleep and work, and living with your parents.
Ma, the meatloaf! Fuck!
So, Alex, the trucking guy, I'm sorry, but you're exposed and you are completely 100% dead wrong about trucking. And just a reminder, Alex, the trucking guy, has got fired, according to the rumor, from GP Transco because he's really not that good of a driver. If coworkers talking about him like that and he got fired, yeah, sorry. I wouldn't hire you on fleet.
I get comments of people who don't know me and they say, oh, you're not a good driver. You're not a good driver. Unless if you've been here in the like passenger seat and you've watched me drive, you don't really know what you're talking about. And as much as GP Transco pushed Alex the trucking guy on their own YouTube channel, I don't think that they're going to fire him for something petty like that. No matter how political it gets in management, they're on the hook because he was like their poster boy. So I don't really think that he's fired like that.
And there's also a rumor at the end. In the snowstorm, he was shut down for 5 days, even if the roads are open. That's a lazy driver. And why that is a lazy driver? Well, simply for the fact that if the roads are open, go. Drive slow lane carefully, but go. The load needs to get there. I understand, I don't feel safe to drive in the winter. Sorry, should have not taken that load. I'm sorry. Yes, I've driven in snow. I know it's hard and tough to drive on snow, but I'm not going to let a little snow scare me. If there's ice, I'm going to drive carefully. If the roads are closed, obviously I'm not going. I'm shutting down until they open the roads. Like I was stuck over the weekend in Wyoming. I couldn't do anything. When they opened it up, it was still a little icy, but I drove slowly, made it there safely.
Yeah, this seems like, oh, I'm a better driver than you. I drive in the snow. I'm tough. I'm a tough truck driver. You're a little pussy. You shut down for a whole week. That's what this seems like. It seems like this dude's like jealous of Alex the trucking guy because Alex the trucking guy makes a killing on YouTube. Oh, I'm jelly. I wish I had that money.
You do not need to shut down for a whole week until conditions get better. Especially in Wyoming. Conditions are not going to usually get better. Guys, I'm Eddie B. 2004. Driving a 10.6 series.
So the end of the video was his outro, Eddie V's outro. I'm guessing this Eddie guy wants people to watch his vlogs, and this is like a way to kind of funnel them in. Eddie, I don't think people really care about you and your vlogs like that. I mean, this video right here on Alex the trucking guy, this is a lot of views for you. I go through your channel and I see not a lot of views. Look, sometimes, I mean, what you're doing is not working on YouTube. You could switch it up to where you don't have to make a video bashing Alex like that. What do I think about Alex the trucking guy? I think when he went on Fox News, he had the opportunity to really voice some true concerns about hours of service. It's really the hours of service is where we get fucked over, right? That's where we lose out on a lot of money. Our tablet, you can't see it right there, but we got a tablet, and this tablet is what really takes away a lot of our money. We could be waiting at a shipper and a receiver and not be getting paid. We could literally be at work for free. Alex the trucking guy, when he went on Fox News, he had the opportunity to voice the concerns of the truck driver, which is pay. The biggest mistreatment that a truck driver goes through is pay. We give away so much free time, and that's not fair. We're at work, just because we're at work and there's a sleeper right here. No. When we're at work, we should be paid for every minute that we're on the job. And that's the reason why truck drivers are not paid enough. And he could have voiced that concern. He could have brought that up to Fox News on the, like this big news network. And he himself has a big platform to voice these concerns. But because he's making all this YouTube money, it doesn't really concern him like that because his income is subsidized by his YouTube channel. And I'm sure GP Transco gives this guy a pretty penny for like marketing or whatever. But besides that, Alex the trucking guy, he seems pretty corporate, and I'm sure a lot of that has to do with it. Like he's pretty much GP Transco. He's like their brain fart. Sometimes that happens when I'm recording a video. He's their subway guy or whatever, without all that weird shit, of course. Besides that, I don't really have much to say about Alex the trucking guy. He works really hard on his YouTube channel. Look, some of this stuff on YouTube is just luck. Some people are going to get a lot of views. Some people are not going to get a lot of views. But this Eddie V guy, he just seems like he's really jealous of Alex the trucking guy. I get it, dude. I want to grow like that. And with that being said, be sure to smash the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel. I don't think Alex the trucking guy got fired from his job. I don't think he got fired for like hiring the wrong people or like recruiting the wrong drivers that got into accidents later. That doesn't really have much to do with Alex the trucking guy. That has more to do with like GP Transco running proper background checks. If Alex the trucking guy is fired from his job and he's uploading old content to to keep up with his YouTube money, then he got fired with something that has to do with safety. Management probably got sick of him being a liability on the road, getting road footage. To a lot of companies, that's a liability right there. It comes off as distracted driving, and if he got into an accident with his GoPro, that's distracted driving. I mean, that could fall into the category of texting and driving. If he got fired, it's for that. It's not for like all these other reasons. This guy, Eddie, seems kind of jealous. Peace out.